Hi, Church. I thought I would jump on here and kind of to do a follow up of our conversation today regarding languages for our services on Sundays. And the first thing that I want to say is it's like, wow, I was positively surprised by all of you and your demonstration and how you guys show how much you care for what we do on Sundays and how much you care for our community and also for accomplishing the reason why we're there, which is to grow together and to be and embrace each other in our culture and our ethnicity. So that was very encouraging, and at the same time, because of how much ownership, love, and care we have for that subject, I think there were questions and I saw people wrestling. I was wrestling too. I was overwhelmed. Being honest and transparent, I was overwhelmed by the reactions and the questions and people say, hey, when is this happening? And so I wanted just to come here and give some clarification, offer some clarification to some of the items. First is that we're not necessarily in a rush. It's not something like we're gonna be implementing soon. If and when we decide about something, we're gonna try it first. It's gonna be pilots. We're gonna do some pilots, and but at the same time, because of it's not a new subject, we have been talking about this in the last pre core team meetings. That are the last two. We talked about how Latinos and wanted to feel a little bit more included, and that's the reason why we're here. And the other reason is how, from our perspective, from the leadership, from the staff, how we wrestle with that subject every Sunday. And you probably don't feel it in the same way, but we do wrestle with that. So we're trying to find solutions in how we serve better everyone without compromising the goal of, first of all, in receiving God's word in a way that is transformative, and second, in being multicultural, engaging, welcoming, and also in providing an environment where we all will feel welcome and at the same time challenge and being part of a multicultural church. So what's going to happen next, maybe we're going to have a few more conversations together. That was one of the things that was brought up in one of the tables that I had the chance to sit with, which I wanted to do it with all of you, and that's why I'm doing this, because I wanted you to hear from me how I'm processing this. I don't have necessarily a preference. The ideas that were there were somehow developed by staff and elders together, and we all came up with these ideas. And so, okay, let's see what people have to say about it. So the poll that we did through the text messages is not necessarily a democracy, but at the same time, it will let us know where people probably feel more led to in that sense. So it's not a democracy. It's not like, oh, this option is winning, but at the same time, it will tell us somehow what people probably see will work better for all of us. So with that in mind, what's going to happen next, we're going to probably have a few more conversations, probably through Zoom. I'm going to send a few dates for people if people want to jump and see if people have more questions. And also next Sunday after service, we can stay for maybe 30 minutes and have a little bit more of conversations and Q&A and processing together. Again, we're not in a rush, but at the same time, I think we are in that season. I think like we're transitioning, and we hope that whatever we do, definitely we're praying that it will be led by God. It's not about my preference. It's not about my fear. It's not about what we want. It's not about what you want or your fears or your concerns necessarily personally. It's how through this exercise how we're able to think what's the best for all of us, and without fearing of anything. Let's be positive in that sense, in that we're hoping for God's leading through this, and that when we are humble, united, and coming together, we have to have that sense of peace that God will lead us in the decision that we need to take. So please, I don't want you to be stressed about, oh, decision is going to be made based on the votes. It's not voting. We're not voting. We're sharing somehow a basic kind of like an initial thought of what we're sensing. I didn't have a necessarily like a plan after this core team meeting. I was not hoping, oh yeah, I'm gonna know what's gonna happen, and then we're gonna be implementing this next week or so. Not necessarily, but I was hoping to get an idea what you feel would work better for the church. Remember, it's about the church, it's about the new people. We are there to offer ourselves as a sacrifice for each other. So that's one of the things that is important for us to keep in mind. It seems so far, because of the conversations and some of the the conversations and the opinions that people share through text messaging, that option number one would be a good option for these goals of sharing the word and making it accessible to everyone in their own language in a even way, and also being multicultural without compromising that piece, which is, I really was happy and glad that you had that same desire to stay together, to enjoy and be and do church together. So with that in mind, option one seems to be a good fit, but we're not making a decision. Again, I'm just telling you what it feels so far, what is happening. I don't want to kind of influence your thought, but I'm gonna give you a few reasons why it's that. Is that the first one is that yes, it brings us together. We'll stay together. We come together. We're there, and we're not allowing or provoking or causing or pushing anyone to make an excuse or use any the other models to say, oh, today is not my language, so I'm not gonna go. We don't want that. We don't want that. But we want freedom at the same time. We want you to love to be multicultural. We want you to enjoy and be willing and have that desire from your heart. So however, option one will bring a lot of not a lot, but it will necessitate more work, and we have some ideas in regarding how to troubleshoot and how to navigate the whole technology piece of it. And there are actually some really even funny ideas of how we can do that, but in a way that is very helpful. So option one, think about it, go through it, and see how to see the cons and pros, and also of the overall idea and the heart behind the whole thing. So if you have questions, if you want to talk about this, please reach out to me. I'm available this week to talk, to just to hang out, and if you will need more time to process, please take your time. And remember, this Sunday after service, we're gonna connect. I'm gonna send also an email with this video, and also a few dates where I'm probably gonna be offering some Q&A through Zoom as well. Well, God bless you, and thank you for listening, and hope to see you soon. Bye.